Hello guys, welcome back to Python Basic Tutorial Series Day 26 class. It's me Ashwath M. Shetty taking you people to understand the basic concept of Python. In my previous class, I have discussed about tuple methods and built-in functions along with example programs. Today's class I am going to discuss about next concept, that is dictionaries. So today we are going to demonstrate some concept, how to create the dictionaries and what are all the basic concepts of dictionaries. Well guys, as we know, dictionary is one of the data types in Python. So the data type dictionary fall under the mapping. So it is a mapping between a keys and a set of values. The key value pair is called an item. Okay, a key is separated from its value by colon symbol, and consecutive items are separated by the commas. Items in dictionaries are unordered, but in which we may not get back the data in the same order in which we had entered the data initially in the dictionaries. Well guys, let us see how we can create the dictionaries. To create a dictionary, first we need to follow the items entered are separated by commas, we know, and it should be enclosed in the curly braces. For example, let's create dict1 is equal to, we should use the curly braces, okay, and we should give the keys and values, okay. That means each item is a key value pair separated through the colon, and the keys in the dictionaries must be unique and should be of any mutable data type, that is number, string or tuple. For example, let us give some values like name and marks of the student. Let us take Mohan, and it should be keys should be separated by colon, so use colon, and marks, and each item should be separated by comma, okay. Ram marks 89, and next key value Suhas, and marks is 78, comma, and next student name you can give Sangeeta, and marks we can give 85. After that, close the curly braces. Now the dict1 is created with the key value pair. So if you display the dict1, the value and key value pair will be displayed like this, okay. Now let us see how we can access the dictionary items. So as we know, we can access the list strings by using the indexing method, but in the dictionary it is different. We will not use indexing method. So instead of indexing method, we are going to use the keys, okay, rather than the relative position or indices, okay. So directly we can make use of the keys in the dictionary to access the elements or items of the dictionary. For example, take dictionary 1, okay, we have created dictionary 1. So okay, after that square bracket, so directly we can enter the key values, okay. That is, in that dictionary we can take Ram, then close. So it will display the value present in that key Ram, okay, that is 89. Understand? What if we give other than key value present in the dictionary, what it will happen? It will give the key error. For example, take dict1 of, if I give something not present in the keyword in the dictionary, what happen? It will give type error, that is key error. Okay, oh sorry, I made mistake, dict1 I created. Okay, now give ash. Now let us check, that is key error, ass key error, that key is not present in the dictionary dict1. Clear? Okay, so whenever you want to access the elements or items present in the dictionary, so we can directly access them by using the keys. Okay, now as dictionaries also mutable, that means dictionaries are mutable, which implies that the contents of the dictionaries can be changeable, can be modified once after it has been created. Okay, that's why it is mutable. Okay, let us check how we can modify, how we can add the item, how we can change the items of the dictionaries. Okay, first we'll see how we can add the dictionary item elements to the present dictionaries. Okay, for that let's take, we have dict1, right? For that I am going to add the new element. So dict1 is equal to, first we have to access the dictionary value element by using the key values. Okay, for that, okay, dict1 is equal to, let us give key values first, Meena, and assign the value 78. So now it is created, added. So display the dict1 now. So check here, it is appended. The Meena 78 key value pair is appended to the last of end of the dictionary. Clear? Now I want to modify the value present in the dictionary. For that, what we can do? Dict1 of, let us access some key values. Suhas. Okay, and assign the new value 98.3. okay, now display the dict1. Here check, okay, here Suhas 98.3. I made spelling mistake, that's why it is came. Now dict1 take Ram only. Okay, take Ram like this, and is equal to Ram value, it is having now 89. Now I will change it as 98. Okay, now display dict1. Check here, Ram value is modified to 98 now. Clear? So like this we can modify the values in the dictionary. Okay, now we'll go to the next concept, that is dictionary operation. We are associate with one basic and important operation, that is membership operation. So we know that the membership operator in and not in we are going to use here. So the in operator is we are going to use to check if the key is present in the dictionary and returns true, else it returns false. For example, take dict1. Okay, dict1, in this dict1 we have the elements and keys like this. Now I want to use the in operator. So dict2, how we can make use the in operator? So for that we want to access, that means we have to use the key first. For example, check Meena. Okay, Meena in dict1. We have to use like this. If Meena is present in the dict1, then it is going to give the true, otherwise false. So Meena is present here, that's why it is printing true. For example, what if I give other than key value, what it will happen? So for example, I will give ASH, okay, in dict1, it is false. Okay, like this we can use the in operator. Same way we can use not in operator operation. What it will happen, the not in operator returns the true if the LE key is not present in the dictionary. If it is present, it will return false. For that I can make use of another example like this. Okay, dict1, so it is false because it is not present DASH. Same way if I use RAM, if I take RAM key and in dict1, so it is true because it is present in the dict1. Clear? So this is the membership operation. Well guys, we'll move to the next concept called traversing a dictionary. So we can access each item of the dictionary or traverse a dictionary by using the for loop. So for example, we have the dict1 elements like this. I want to traverse. We can traverse the dictionary by using the for loop in the two methods. Let us check first method, that is we have the for loop and we can use the key as the for key in dictionary1. Okay, in this statement, after this we should use the statement like this, print of key comma, and it should be separated by the colon, right? So colon, after that we should use the dict1 of key. Okay, this statement is going to print the key and value pair. Okay, close. So this we are going for this, let's take new file and paste. Now save the file. Now run this code. Okay, fine. We want to create the dictionary before here because I was in interactive mode. Now I came to the this one, dict1 is equal to, so create Mohan, some value I am going to create 98. After that Madhu 78. After that $97. $86. Okay, let's take these four elements. Now I'm going to use for key in dictionary1 colon print key and colon dict1 of key. That means I am indexing here. Dict1 of key means it is going to fetch the value present in the key. Okay, now save this and run now. Okay, the values are displayed now. Mohan 98, Madhu 78, Ashu 97, Darshu 86. Okay, clear? So we have another method let us add same dictionary1 and we can change the method, second method, that is in the for only we are going to change for key comma value I am going to use now. Okay, key comma value in dict1, and here only I am going to use dot items. This is built-in functions I am using items. Okay, after that print, here instead of dict1 of key I am going to use value here directly. Okay, value. So now save this and run. So this also produce same output as previous. Okay, you can observe Mohan, Madhu and Harshu and Darshu, and along with values. Understand? Well guys, today I have demonstrated what is dictionary, what is the use of dictionary, and how we can create and how we can access the dictionary elements, key value pairs, and how we can append the values and how we can modify the values. And also we have discussed how we can traverse the dictionary elements by using the for loop conditions. Okay, well guys, practice all the programs and codes and concept, and learn the concept clearly, and like the video, share to your friends. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.